So are we rock and roll?
Yeah, we're rock and rolling. You ready to go?
Okay, so we're ready to start. We're pretty shy
Yeah.
today. I mean, we're two of us right now.
Yeah.
It's okay. So do the theme music in a
Yeah.
second. Ready? And
I'm Burger.
yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another I'm Burger podcast. We're a little short right now. Talmo's on his way. We got Mr. Mark John Owens here.
Yeah,
Johnny.
that's right.
And,
I'm here.
And I'm not sure who our guests are tonight because I was supposed to book them and I didn't do shit.
Neither of us know who the guests are.
No, I didn't do shit. But, you know, luckily there is a lot to talk about right now. There's some crazy stuff going on out there. I was talking about it earlier, but I don't think people are aware that it's not, a school shooting and, the world's crazy now and everyone's going to die and everything. No, it's, wow, like another school shooting? You know, we have the lowest education and the highest violence in our schools.
Well, but even then, it was 10 people. You know how many people died that day in auto accidents?
Yeah,
84. That's
what people don't get.
It's
you
like
know?
death. It's shit. Like, yes, crazy white boys go crazy and kill people. Crazy half black, half white boys who they make
Asians, yeah.
look white. Did you see
Which
that?
one
How
was this?
they?
Who was this?
This is the school shooter. So not only is his kid black,
Yeah.
right, but he's like half black or a quarter black or something. Like he's total Lenny Kravitz.
So they're just trying to be
Slash.
like, they just want to. Well, again,
They show the picture where they like, because I know how to do it. Like you go heavy on the blues,
Right.
take out all the reds, turn them white, no problem. You know.
That's wicked,
And-
man. Because it's like we've been saying on the show forever that obviously the agenda is to somehow just constantly create this like racial aggravation, and even to the point of separation, segregation again, and war.
Yeah.
And the problem is none of us are going to do it because none of us hate each other for our color or our religion or this and that. Just the news says, everyone does.
But they do try to breed that hatred.
Oh, yeah,
by
constantly.
by reinforcing the stories, those same stories of the angry black man. Angry, uneducated black man stealing a Swisher, you know?
Yeah, constantly.
Yeah, he deserved to get shot. Or, hey, the crazy white boy who plays video games, he went
Yeah.
and killed everybody.
Well,
you
I
know?
mean, look at the whole Trayvon Martin thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this dude's been alive now, doing all kinds of dumb shit constantly, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all these badass bangers and hardcore activists. Nobody's killed this motherfucker?
Well,
Like, shame on you. Shame on all
in
of
like
you.
the whitest places. In
I don't
the
give a
world,
fuck where this dude
You know
lives.
how hard
man.
it is for a black man to get in there? I mean,
Not that hard, I'll tell you that, because he's mixed shit too. He's mixed with different things himself. His family got in
It's
there.
such small town. They know. That's what we don't
Yeah.
get being like native Californians. Like, it's such small town. You know everybody in town.
Oh yeah,
You-
but
you
what I'm
see
saying
every
though is,
car, like-
somebody could snipe him. I mean, good
Yeah.
God, everybody wants to talk all this shit and do all this stuff. You want to harass me on the bus, but I'm doing nothing but mostly working with young Latin and black kids. I'm doing nothing but raising my own kids. All of whom are mixed, and and so it's like, you want to harass me. You want to give me shit on a bus or this and that because you got these anger issues, or on your video or on Facebook and all these things, and constantly say these things about white people, and all of us are saying, no, you should kill this motherfucker. Like, somebody should kill this motherfucker. I'm not going to do it because I'm
not
vested.
advocating. We're not actually advocating that, people.
I completely am.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
not. I'm just
Yeah,
let
I'm
me
saying
clarify for
somebody-
Burger.
I'm just
He's
saying, if they're
not.
going to call, how does this dude keep living and having fun and doing all this stuff, and no one's taking him out, but everyone's so up in arms, and that's the thing is, if it was my kid, he would be dead, or I would be. One of us would be dead.
Well, there was just this weekend, just like 2 days ago, I saw an article that there was a guy videotaping a cop, like stalking a cop in Northeast LA, like Echo Park, Highland Park, or whatever, and he had like a gun. He was videotaping this cop with a gun, is what they say. It's what they say. I mean, who knows what the fuck to believe? Or do you believe? As far as I know, you're never supposed to believe anything the cops tell you because they can legally lie to you. But, you know, that whole idea of like, you know, it's just you got to start with round one there, and that's it.
Well, yeah,
know,
I mean, well, the whole thing is,
If they're going to kill you, man, when do you know, pacifism's great.
yeah, pacifism is great for a minute. It did wonders for Martin Luther King. I mean, that, but you know, like people don't
What about
understand.
our Jewish people? Like,
Well,
look what it did for, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
Lost the whole thing, wandered around for 40 fucking years. I mean, people really don't get all like the thing is it's not about sitting back anymore, but nobody wants to be the only one standing up.
Yeah.
And it's gotten to the place where it's getting to be like kill, be killed, or ignore everything.
Yeah.
And most of us just have to kind of ignore everything, and it's not cool. But like if I shoot somebody, if I stab somebody, I'm gonna have to deal with a lot of shit and explanations in court and all this stuff to just protect myself, where it shouldn't be that way. You know, I'm all for cameraing up everywhere. I have no problem with cameras everywhere. I really don't. They're already watching us. They've been watching us forever. It's not a big deal. You know, camera up and let's start seeing everything. Let's have proof positives
Yeah.
on what the fuck's going on.
Well, I
you
mean,
know.
but then again, like sometimes I think it's better that you don't have cameras everywhere because sometimes you do stupid shit and you get away with it. Because I know I've done a lot of stupid shit and got away with it, and I'm so glad it wasn't on camera because, really, seriously, because of my white privilege. Like I've gotten away with certain shit with the cops when I was younger because I was white.
So what
you
was
know.
mine then that I got pulled over for the same exact
got-
reason?
Well, I would get pulled over. It all came down to my hair, how I would wear my hair. If I hid my hair in a ponytail or up under a hat, I would be cool. If I wore my hair down in the car, I'd get pulled over.
See, I found, well, you know what I found is that growing up in the area I grew up in, I've never known what white, you know, I've heard about white privilege so much, and I hear people say it. You
Well,
know.
we hadn't had much, but there have been occasions
Yeah, I've never
where
had
where
it.
where I got away with you know was believed more than someone else.
Really? See,
Or I got a
yeah.
job because I had a job. I had an old trucker. This old squeaker trucker hired me. No one look at my resume, please. But and he gave me the jobs because I spoke Spanish and was
Yeah.
white. So he trusted me because I was white, and he wanted me to be there and manage his all Spanish-speaking shop.
Well, I mean, I got a moving job with Gideon Shalom Moving because we were both Jewish.
See, yeah,
but that
yeah.
was just like a thing. Like we were both Jewish.
That's
Now-
Jewish
no, but
privilege,
wait,
Burger.
So then
Yeah.
is it Korean privilege and black
Yes,
privilege
yes.
and Latin privilege when
It's
they are
tribal
giving each other
privilege.
jobs? But no, not even tribal because we're all tribal.
Well, but I mean, it is. It's relating to your most,
Well, yeah.
your closest tribe.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
the thing.
it's-
When I have a student every great now and again that's Jewish, I
Well-
would be lying to pretend that I wasn't like, yeah,
Wearing
you
a
know?
headband.
It's kind of cool. Nah, I don't get none of those.
No,
I don't
you
teach
don't
at
have any of
schools.
those?
No,
Oh.
no. It's the one kid who got adopted. His parents died. Nobody, his family's not around. Jewish kid, like living on welfare. Jewish kid.
Oh,
but I
the
still-
poor Jewish
I
kid.
bond right too. You know, like, I
Remember,
have a
even the
bond.
poor Jewish kid didn't want to be my friend when I
But
was
you know,
a kid.
but no, but I'm saying like I would bond to him a little, you know, right away, based on that. But there's no privilege. The privilege goes to connections. Now, if you're connected, you get privilege. If you're not, you don't. And skin color be damned. And that's the thing is,
Oh, yeah, but okay, wait. But I'm talking about the cops, man.
well, yeah, I mean,
And you know,
there
like,
we know.
like there we know it is
I never
just
deny
clearly
that.
racist. That's all
Well,
I'm asking
well,
because
but it's not
society
racist,
and culture.
it's race specific.
Yeah, it's race specific.
It's not
race
racist
based.
because these cops are every different race.
Yeah.
Black, white, Latin, everything, Asian,
And it's
that
really-
are doing this stuff. It's race specific to black men predominantly.
Yeah.
Now, do
Oh,
other
never
people
trust
get
a
beat?
black man.
Well, do other
just like
people
never
get
trust a white man.
well, but do other people get beat constantly? And that's the overall problem
Yeah.
is that we're not dealing with how many people are wrongfully being beaten. There was a woman who was
Yeah.
it just went to trial or whatever. She got everything dismissed on her, but the cops were punching her in the face. You know, she was a woman with her child.
I
She was
saw
like-
that.
yeah.
Did you? Was
She
that
was wrongfully
Carlsbad?
pulled over. Yeah, she
It was
wrongfully
Carlsbad.
pulled
No,
over.
the story, the full story was that
She complained.
she was walking out of the party with her kids. It was like a mom and kids party, little 4-year-old kids. They walk by the cop. She says something to the cop, maybe snappy. She's probably a bitch. I'm not doubting that. But he's like, mind your fucking business, is what, you know?
That was his reply.
That was his
was his
reply. With
professional
2 little kids.
his
That's his professional
yeah.
demeanor is mind your fucking business. And I mean, as a professional service person,
You don't do that.
You don't do that, man.
Protect and serve.
So
not to
yeah,
cuss at.
so she calls his watch commander, and his watch commander's, hey, I'm not going to say anything, but you need to calm the fuck down out there. And then he goes and he sees her and he pulls her over because Carlsbad's
Yeah.
tiny.
Retaliatory pullover.
I've had it happen to me in Carlsbad. You know, luckily they didn't
You
have
get
shit
listed.
on me.
You get listed, yeah.
And you know, but they yeah, and then they
They
beat
take
her
her out of the car,
ass.
beat her
but then
up.
they beat her ass, and other people around, women were like, these old white ladies, these
Screaming.
they're screaming, they're
But the
freaking
woman
out.
was white.
Well,
This
they're
all
all
went
freak,
down.
but it's Carlsbad, which is a very affluent white community on the beach.
Yes, but what I'm
great
saying,
fucking
though,
surfing.
But what I'm saying is, this goes on through across the color lines.
Yeah.
It's just that there is a race-specific
But,
group,
yeah.
and even race-gender-specific
Yeah.
group, which is black males,
Males.
are at a ridiculous rate being wrongfully pulled over, beaten, killed, arrested wrongfully, framed constantly. I know it goes on. I seen it. Constantly. I'm in no denial that that's exactly what is. That this is going on. Anyone who says, well, maybe they should stop committing so many crimes should fucking kill themselves.
They should. You really should.
Yeah,
I
you kill
agree with you on
yourself
that.
because
Kill
you're an
yourself.
idiot.
It'd be a good thing.
Yeah, it's not about them committing crimes. It's about people who are not committing crimes being wrongfully pulled over, beaten, and killed. People.
Well,
who
the
are
inability to
committing
not commit a
misdemeanors.
crime
Yeah.
when a crime is failure to
Not
what
to be black,
to-
or your crime
to
is
just piss
being a
off a
black man.
cop.
Yeah,
You just piss off a cop.
that's the thing.
They'll tell you stick your head in your ass, and then you failure to comply to a lawful order.
whatever, they'll
and
make up whatever it
then
is.
you were resisting arrest, and
that's
bam.
where we are, and nobody
That's it.
understands.
Resisting is
well,
is
just like the lady
problem.
in Carlsbad, there was no way.
They
in
charged
her
her. They
life-
tried to charge her with
Yeah,
resisting
and assault.
And
on an officer.
assault.
But watch this. No way, I guarantee you, in any part of her day did she think, hey, I'm probably going to get pulled out of a car and beaten by cops. But it happens. And this is what I'm saying. Now, the problem is we do have the group of black men who have to go around constantly knowing they're going to probably get pulled over by cops. Now, is it every black man? No, not by any means. But if you fit a certain, close to a certain type
Profiles.
of description. If you're about 16 to 35, if you are dressed young, anything like that, you're going to get pulled over, possibly, probably. You're going to probably get harassed. Know your rights, and you're still probably going to get beaten just for knowing your rights. And so anybody who denies that as a truth, anybody who acts as though this is being brought on by black people is an idiot, and they should kill themselves because they should take out Zimmerman and then take out themselves.
Well-
and because they're really ignorant.
Well, if you're gonna start advocating snipings, come on, man. Let's be serious. It's all about the Koch brothers, like the Koch brothers.
I don't know about them.
Oh my God, dude, really?
Who's the Koch brothers?
The Koch brothers are the guys who bankroll all of it.
Okay.
They're the two guys. They bankroll the entire religious right causes, the climate change denial causes. They're the trillionaires, basically. They own a conglomerate that does everything from like gypsum production to whatever. It's one of these old-fashioned things, but they live in Nebraska
Okay.
or something, middle of America, insanely wealthy men who decide,
What goes on in the world?
well, they
to
want to
speak.
design the world. Yeah, they
Oh,
want. Well,
okay.
because
I
it's
wasn't aware of
natural.
it.
You want that religious adherence, that blind religious
Yeah.
adherence to what the idiot box tells you, because that's how you control people through fascism. So I mean, they're like our number one fascists. How don't you take out them because they've got the power? When
Well,
they're
yeah.
given 600 Like, so
They might be harder to get to.
Well, yeah, but like I was explaining to
I'm
a
talking about a
friend.
tight knit community.
Yeah, I'm talking to a friend the other day who's not from here, who's from Morocco, and I was explaining how like we, with Citizens United, speech is money, and unlimited corporations can't have speech.
Okay.
So corporations get the same free speech as we do, and yet they also get to do it with any amount of money they decide to put into their free speech. The fact that we sit here and we put money into this show, we produce it. This is our free speech,
Yeah.
and that's they can't say shit to us. I mean, YouTube
Right.
can cut us off, whatever.
Yeah, we could post on something
But we
else.
can post on something else, and you can find us. Try kicking us out to places, see how
It's
well
tried.
it works.
It's been tried.
You know,
we
fuck you,
surfaced.
Skid Row. I mean,
We're unstoppable, Jeremy. Cunt, fuck,
Yeah,
I hope
and,
you weird shaped bastard. Anyway, but yeah, it has been tried, and you can't stop it, and people want to hear. I mean, for example, they're talking about. Is that Tomo telling us how close he's getting?
he was telling us that there was a fight that broke out on the metro.
Always.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Come on, dude.
Man.
It's
Some guy lit a
Wednesday
cigarette.
at
Some
6
guy lit a
o'clock on the
cigarette other
4.
night.
Right?
Yeah, a guy lit a cigarette on it the other night, and then was trying to fight with this heavyset white girl, and then he just walked off, and it was just ridiculous. Like this is. But anyway, well, you know how crazy the world is. The guy from Newhall.
Yeah.
Just got sentenced to 50 years for raping his 19-year-old daughter to death.
Wow.
Raping his 19-year-old daughter to death.
That's fucked up. Man.
This is the world we're living in. They're saying that it was because of meth. And no, he might have gone over the edge because of meth, but this
Yeah.
motherfucker was wrong to begin with. And I'm going to go back to, we need to, President Obama, before you leave office, reopen asylums, reopen places for people who cannot make it in mainstream society, and let's get them off the street. Let's clean up Skid Row. Let gentrify Skid Row.
Yeah,
and
do it.
but when you do it, we have all sorts of places in Palmdale, Lancaster, all these other
Fontana's out there.
You know,
Rialto. San Bernardino is a
Yeah.
city of like that was
Lake
once
Los
300
Angeles.
Yeah, it was 300,000 people at one point. It's dwindled down to like under 150.
Yeah, you
There's
got
so
so
much
much
empty
empty
shit out
space.
there. Move
Fill
the
it with
homeless
asylums.
there.
Well,
It's
fill it-
shitty anyway.
Well, you know what it is? Fill it with like places.
Yeah.
Give them decent places to live. Provide staff, providing jobs, and the money you won't be spending on police to be there, the money you won't be spending on the cleanup and everything else for Skid Row will more than cover all the costs of that, and we'll be employing people and creating more cities because the people who work there will become the city around the asylum, community, I should say. And
the community.
yeah, if Obama wanted to do something
just bring
great,
back asylums. I'm with
yeah,
that.
if
I think
Obama wanted to do
it's a good
something
answer.
great, you just open those places up, get these people off the buses, off the streets, off the thing. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to the rest of us. It's a bad way to live life, knowing that some nut can just stab you because, well, their chicken wasn't cooked all the way, or you know what, that day they didn't get their SSI, and so they're freaking out and they can't get meds, and da-da-da-da-da. And so now I got to get stabbed and lose my life because our country is just not providing a place. And this guy should be getting the death penalty. You raped a 19-year-old child to death. You need the death penalty. You need to be killed immediately. They should just shoot you in the face, but that's not the law. But to not go after the death penalty with this guy is insane.
Yeah.
And then the wife or the girlfriend, I don't know how involved she was.
Well, but you really see, because I don't support the death penalty. And the reason is
do,
that I don't
yeah.
think that people deserve. I do believe there are certain people who deserve to die. That's the way to take care of it. But as much as I don't trust our government to kill us on the streets before they've prosecuted
Yeah.
for something. I don't trust them with the power to kill people. So I don't want them to have that power. Because I'm a redneck, bro.
No, I understand
I
that.
don't
Yeah.
give them. I agree with the crazy.
Well, if we could do
ass
eye for an eye, then fine.
I mean,
If if by law somebody took one of my
You
children,
rape my daughter,
wife,
I rip your asshole.
well,
out.
like if you rape one of my children, it's not, then by law I have every right to kill you.
Yeah.
Then okay, then I'm fine with there not being a death penalty. The only reason I want the death penalty is, yeah, some people are gonna die wrongfully, but some of these motherfuckers need to die, and they need to be off this earth. And
No,
they're
they
just
need
so
to be
rotten.
they need to be like seriously like ritually sacrificed
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
gods.
yeah. I mean, just
Like
horrible.
Cthulhu wants his fucking sacrifice.
Yeah.
Give him that evil piece of shit and
That's the thing, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, Jared from Subway, kill him. No,
Like,
I
I won't back down on that. Like I think they should put him on top. We could like reinstitute like Teotihuacan in Mexico, and we'll go up on the pyramids, and we can like string him up,
Yeah.
and we'll have like burn chickens on his hands, and then gut him.
you really thought about this a lot. I like
and
that.
I think that's the way you should deal with them. Like.
I like that you really
'Cause
thought about
these
this.
pieces of shit. Not only that, but it also like possible pieces of shit who haven't made the line. They haven't stepped over from like, okay, think I might be a total piece of shit who
Yeah.
could rape a child, but I'm not gonna do it. I haven't done it yet. If they see like, oh shit, that's crazy. I might as well just hang myself. Maybe we can not have the child raped, and they'll hang themselves before they rape a child.
I mean, that's
Which would be the better thing.
it wouldn't
to
hurt.
happen.
I mean, in
I mean,
all honesty,
universe, please.
But no, but in all seriousness, something really does have to change in this world because it's just gotten to the point people aren't having fun.
no,
Nobody's having fun.
I'm having fun.
Education isn't fun. Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? We're having individualized fun.
Yeah.
But within our fun is so much worry
Yeah,
every day. Is just so much worry no matter who you are. The fact that in this country you have to worry about being killed constantly
yeah,
is insane. And then we have to worry about being killed by the police, killed by the people, killed by the nuts. I mean, just everyone. And and everyone's got to watch what they say and watch what they do, except for everyone also has to get to say what they want and do what they want. And I don't see how it all works because everyone wants the right to say what they want, but nobody wants everyone to have that right. And people they're ridiculous. And if you watch them on social media, people are like going off on each other, threatening each other purely for their views. Purely because they have views where, oh, I think this way. And I've had people that I find their views really stupid, and I'll tell them, you're a fucking moron. It's not, or that's ridiculous. But I don't feel like we're going to have to fight over it. I don't feel like I got to threaten them over it.
Well, no, I agree, but there are some people like there's a certain thing where if you're for genocide openly,
Yeah.
I don't really know what else. I don't know what to say. Like, I mean, okay, I'm not gonna kick your ass, but I'm gonna watch you.
Very well. Yeah.
I'm
gonna watch you
definitely
tightly,
gonna
yeah.
watch you because you're obviously something.
And when you start making moves toward committing genocide and doing things like that, then I'm gonna stop you. But yeah, you saying like, oh yeah, I'm all for genocide and this and that. Okay, well you're a moron. But then I can go on in life without having to beat you up over it or make you admit you're wrong.
People are morons. Like
Yes.
they say things, they do things. Their views may be for genocide, but they don't realize it. They just think that I'm just being myself, man. No, man, it's just a rebel flag, or oh no, the West Bank, or
Right.
oh whatever. It's like
Well, see, that's the thing. The Westboro Baptist Church, like one of those people. Okay, I
Yeah.
would just tell them you're a moron. Like
Well,
you
no,
should,
don't
you should
even-
kill yourself.
But
But I'm not
whole
gonna
thing
fight
with
'em.
them though. But they're bullshit.
Well,
They're,
yeah, of
Well, no,
course.
they're a legal scam. That's what they do. They're actually ultimate trolls. Where Fred, the guy that was Fred Phelps, he was a lawyer
Yeah.
who would like get you to sock him, and then sue you for assault in civil court. That's his deal. It's a whole man. That's who they are.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's
They're
who
funny.
a lot of
She
these
actually,
people are.
the daughter is crazy.
Well, that's what a lot of these people are, and that's the problem with them, is they're nuts. You know, they're whack jobs.
Well, no, they're
and-
just so far out in their own
Yeah.
fantasy world.
But
That's-
they've gotten people to follow them.
yeah.
And people will follow people. This is the thing. It's not hard to get people to follow you. People are always like, "Oh yeah, well look at all the followers." No, they just wanted them. Anybody who's worth a shit really doesn't want a lot of people following them in that sense. They want people who concur.
Yeah.
They want people who can openly debate and solve issues. What they don't want is people to blindly follow them. That's just annoying to them. And so that's the thing. So like a Manson being able to control a bunch of people doesn't make him a genius. It just means his life was so sad he really wanted to control people that bad. It doesn't make him a genius.
Well, the thing that makes him a genius was the caliber of people that he chose.
Well, it was
It was his gang. It was
Yeah.
his actual plan that was the genius part of it. Maybe it was just luck, but
and he used drugs and kidnapping for some of them.
well, I
So,
mean,
you know, I
you
mean-
gotta do what you gotta do.
Right.
I mean, shit. You
Hey, it
ever
worked for the
trying to
Pirates,
have a
yeah.
death cult? I mean,
It worked for the Pirates. Where the fuck is Talma? What fight happened?
he maybe. Well, no, he's all right. Everyone's
Was it
afraid
his
of him.
fight?
No.
But do you see what I'm saying? He's just trying to take a bus from his job over to this job. Just trying to go from
Mostly
job to
East to
job.
Hollywood people.
That's it.
That's all. It
You can't
shouldn't
go
be
that far.
hard.
You can't go that far without a fight, a problem, someone wanting to stab somebody, something going crazy, some bullshit, you know. And for bus drivers, it's got to be the worst in the world. Every day,
Yeah.
you have the worst job ever now. Like with bus driving, I don't know how they get people to do it. It has got to be the worst job ever
That's what, like,
because you can
16
die over $1.75.
$16 an hour or something.
Yeah.
$18 an hour, good benefits, but days off or something. But
Yeah, meanwhile, Garcetti gets a ton of money. Everyone else is making a ton of money. Everyone but the drivers who are putting their life on the line every day.
Yeah.
They don't make a ton of money, and it's literally ridiculous.
well, not only that, but trying to drive a fucking bus in the city. Really,
yeah.
bus drivers should be like that. Should be because the
It should be the highest paid job ever. That is
kinda,
just ridiculous.
If
Yeah.
you drive the 4 bus, that double decker for the you pretty much are like, wow, you are the best saint ever.
If you're driving
Thank you for getting me
Vermont-
home.
If you're driving Vermont,
Vermont's pretty hard.
it is the sickest part there, or Western, any of those, when you start getting near South Central and stuff,
Right.
or up into Hollywood.
What about the Blue Line operators or the Expo Line operators?
Well, see, that's the thing is they get to go in their little cage.
yeah,
they're
the bus
safe.
drivers got to let everyone
You got to
on.
be right next,
and you
to
got to
them.
drive that bus. That's the other thing.
You got to drive the bus, and you're physically connected to other people.
Yeah.
And they're horrible. I mean, they're beyond horrible fucking people out here nowadays. The world is truly jumping to shit, and there's a bunch of really great people in this world. It's just we're being overshadowed by what's going on, and we're beaten down, and we're tired, and we're sick of having to be ready. We're sick of walking around with weapons for safety, you know. So we're locking everything up. Again, like I always say, lock it, lock it, hide it, keep it. It
Yeah.
used to be see it, say it. You know, if see something, say something. Now it's just lock it, hide it, and keep it, or fuck it, you're going to lose it. Someone's going to steal your shit if you don't.
Yeah, well,
And don't say anything.
I've even seen the little awareness things like be aware when on your cell phone because people might jack you.
Yeah.
You know, like don't.
Yeah, like I got to really I got to be careful. I got to hold my wallet, my
Yeah.
cell phone. I've got to hold my cell phone in a way that someone can't smack it up out of my hand and run off with it.
Or I could
And,
just
yeah.
look like they could just know that I beat the shit.
Yeah.
That even if I'm not gonna beat the shit out of them, they know. I mean, I feel like when I'm on the bus, most of the time, I have that look of, yeah, you wouldn't do that because I might,
I don't know, but but the problem is there's some just nutty ass motherfuckers. Well, and speaking of nuts, Tom Hanks' kids resurfaced. Remember we were saying he was missing
Uh-oh.
for a while? He
Colin.
had disappeared. The rapper. The one who got in
Colin?
trouble for his racial comments.
Colin.
I don't know. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
He's a little douche. But
Yes.
yeah, he resurfaced all of a sudden. He's been disappeared because he made those racial comments. And what I think is He made the comments. Tom Cruise sent him the fuck away. Tom Hanks sent him the fuck away, and he's just said, "Look, go away. Don't let any, made sure no one could contact him. Call him out on it. He could do just, and the whole thing went away. And now he's back, and he's like, oh, I want to apologize and make everything better and this and that." And it's funny because I was watching Wendy Williams with my wife. I know, kill me.
Yeah, really,
it was,
right?
It was just the beginning of it. We were getting ready to go, and she likes that show because Wendy tells it how it is. And I started showing her during the show that Wendy doesn't tell it how it is. Wendy controls her audience. Wendy puts in their heads what they'll like. You, them, all of them, everybody watching it. She's putting in your head what it is, what you should and shouldn't like, and everything else. She's a robot telling you guys how to be robots, and you're following because you think she's independent, and it's like the problem is people probably start out independent, and in order to get that big, you have to kind of sell out your independence to create sheep, And so I think people don't understand that pretty much everything you're watching is sheep. Is that Talmo?
No, I'm looking here at the.
Oh, yeah. What's his name?
Chet.
There we go.
Hanks.
Chet Hanks.
And he's a dope, he's one of
he-
these kids.
He popped back up all of a sudden.
Well, but he was on dope, so he had to go to. He's a rehab kid.
Oh, good
And
God.
he's in these little.
Oh, here comes the bruiser. Holy shit. So what happened, man? Hysterical.
Dude.
Guys, welcome to the show. Holy crap. Ryan
Talmo.
Talmo, man, literally looks like he was doing natural bear fighting.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
I think he
you
was.
literally look
Fuck.
like it was crazy. Did you get in the fight on the bus?
No, you guys got that message. My phone just went out right after I texted you guys that. So.
Well,
no.
welcome.
Yeah, hey, guys.
Here's Ryan Talmo.
Sorry.
Okay, let's hear it.
Jesus.
Tell us what happened.
I don't know. I was just sitting there. I was on my phone. I was trying to promote the show. And then something happened in the front. A little fight broke out. And the bus driver just stopped. Like, everyone out.
Wow.
And then he's like, he just put it out of service. And then this is down by, see, I walked really fast. Fuck.
La Brea?
No,
Oh,
farther.
Highland?
Like Las Palmas.
Oh,
Palmas
yeah. You
Sunset.
walked from there?
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, I'm dedicated to the show.
The what?
I'm dedicated.
Yeah, I like that.
That is a hike, buddy.
Yeah.
Fighting the med. We were just talking about what a shit piece of fucking, just a tube of chaos the metro system
Yeah.
is.
Oh, right now.
It's just
Yeah.
insanity. We were saying it's not fun. You walk on, you don't feel safe.
No.
You go around constantly these days just worried about being killed all the time.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Sorry I didn't bring any guests this evening.
I didn't. It was me. I remember I kept saying I'm going to get someone.
Yeah. I thought
Me
you had
too.
somebody.
I had a
Ah.
Moroccan for us, but I forgot him in downtown L.A.
Yeah.
No joke.
Was there anyone out there that we liked?
No,
No.
not this group.
Okay.
There was a comic and his girlfriend that were at the zoo, and they left early, so I don't want them to come here. So
They left.
they left early. He just crossed
the
his name
zoo.
out. You don't want to wait. And he was like
At the
number
zoo?
9.
No.
This is on Sunday.
Don't
I'm
fuck with
catching my
Talmo
breath still.
people.
I'm
Yeah.
walking.
I was at
So-
UBT
Talmo,
last
man.
night. It was fun. Actually.
Oh, you went to-
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Mikey stopped tagging you and I on the show, so I just kind of like, nah.
Oh no, he doesn't care.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was just probably because we didn't make a bunch of them.
Okay, he's just taking us out. Yeah.
It's just rotation. I just hit him up.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like,
What
yeah.
show? What show is this, guys?
This is Turbo Tuesdays
Fun,
on. Yeah.
Fun show. Very fun show.
Turbo Tuesdays.
Very fun show.
Yeah.
And yeah, we
Yeah, I missed
did
out.
it was fun. I'm gonna go over to Springbok.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have to do a film shoot next door at 8. So, Rock Paper. Yeah, they're filming something. They asked me to do it today.
That's
So,
historical.
yeah. So, that's what I'm going. Where are you
Yes.
going tonight?
I'm not doing shit.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's a weird day.
Yeah.
I'm,
I was like, I think just lately, like I say, looking around, you're just like, what the fuck, man? And you hear all these crazy stories, and we talked about the guy getting, raped his baby to death.
What?
Yeah.
Who was this?
A guy, 19-day-old baby, he raped it
and
to
cops
death.
beating housewives.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff's
You
going
know.
on.
You see that one in
It's
Carlsbad?
just- yeah.
No.
There was a woman in Carlsbad who, she was walking out of a Carlsbad mother's party with the little 4-year-old.
Yeah.
And they walk by a cop. She said something to him. He said, "Mind your fucking business," in front of the kids. She called
Oh,
and
I heard
complained,
about that. I
and then
saw
they beat
this.
the
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
out of her. pulled her over for not wearing a seatbelt and beat the shit.
Hunted her
I saw
down,
that.
man. Hunted her
Yeah,
down.
I
Pulled her
saw
over.
that.
But that's kind of, Carlsbad pretty well.
It's a pretty safe.
whatever
It's,
it
it's
is,
pretty
that's
wealthy,
illegal.
pretty
Yeah.
wealthy community. So they didn't like how
Horrible
ghetto is she?
No, she's from the neighborhood. Like she
Oh, okay.
was one of the wealthy white mothers. And this was in the middle of that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Of like that stereotypical
Well, you know
Carlsbad.
what shows you it's the end of time? Jonathan from Who's the Boss? HIV positive.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh, I
it
saw a
came out
picture of
today.
him.
Yeah, it came out
He's
today.
He's crazy.
Jonathan, he was the
Little boy
the
that
little
was gay
kid.
on the show. He was
Yeah,
the
how old is
gayest
he
little
now?
kid ever.
Yeah.
How old is
Yeah.
he now?
He's probably
30-something?
30-something, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got HIV.
He just got it, or he always had it?
Nah, he got it like however long ago, but
Oh, Jesus.
and
Wonder
it
how.
just came out. And I mean, that's the thing, though. The thing is, it's like whatever, you're gonna live. HIV isn't a death sentence anymore. Wow, really? Like, why aren't we curing it?
Yeah.
You know, why aren't we? Why is everybody getting sick? And like he said, he goes, it was just being low immune system, a lot of drugs, open sores in my mouth, and he was blowing some dude, and you know,
And he got it. But, like, why is everyone getting sick? Because
because our immune system's being destroyed by the food.
by the food, it's pretty obvious
I mean,
because
it's horrible.
you think about any person that died in the 1800s, it's not about like some cancerous disease or these unknown diseases, because all these diseases that we have right now are they can tackle the antibiotics we have
Well, but
Yeah.
because they're evolving.
Well, and then they were fed this thing that heart disease is the killer of everybody.
Yeah.
And so as soon as I'm like both me and Berger, like the doctors would at our age just put us on cholesterol drugs and blood pressure drugs.
Because it's a moneymaker.
Because they want you on
Yeah.
statins, they want you on
Oh
the
yeah, painkiller, anything you want, they'll give you.
Lisinopril.
Well, you know what I like though is they'll give people a lot of the painkillers, especially OxyContin. They were,
Yeah.
And you know what's funny though? But wait, it's completely relatable to the startup of heroin again.
Well, OxyContin
It's
is
synthetic
heroin.
heroin. It's synthetic heroin.
Well, no, it's even better.
It's derived
Oh,
from.
you know what? It's even better. Remember, it's even better.
Yeah.
The receptor spot on the OxyContin is 10,000 times more powerful
Really?
than the receptor spot on
For heroin.
heroin.
But here's the
It's
thing though.
super heroin.
You can also relate though when OxyContin came out, heroin was dying out.
yeah.
All of a sudden, OxyContin is being prescribed to all these
Well, you gotta-
housewives, all these kids.
you
are
gotta-
taking
So
it,
funny, and it's a
then
thing.
The government basically pulls it, and heroin has been flying.
Well, and then they just replace it with heroin because that's why we have a
well, they
war
make
in
more
Afghanistan.
Money, they make more money on the heroin.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Afghanistan.
So our government makes
duh.
more money on the heroin. Therefore, it's better for them to they created drug addicts. Again, just like when we were talking about rap music, they created thugs, they created gangsters. Just with this, they created heroin addicts by giving them a synthetic heroin and then removing it and then making it too expensive for them to get the synthetic, but making the street drug completely open and accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandable.
You know, and that's what they're doing in this world. I mean, you know, they're creating a bunch of dumb, fucked up drug addict people.
You know what's interesting is that when I was in Arizona on Saturday, it was a little bit of a culture shock of the shit that we've been bitching and moaning out here, and how you go into a small town and
Yeah.
there's no problems whatsoever.
None.
Yeah.
They're missing teeth, but that's
They're-
there's
Because we want to keep saying, though, they're dumb. Look at them talking like that and doing this and all that bunch of redneck, hey, bigot motherfucker. You know, you find out they're not prejudiced.
they're not.
They're not real problems. You're going to meet 70 people, 2 of them are going to be those idiots.
Yeah.
That is such a small percentage in the people you're going to run into LA who are assholes.
Which is crazy too. This bar has, Arizona, you're allowed to hold a concealed weapon, walk around with
Yeah,
a
oh,
gun. And how many shootings? I mean, I was talking to townspeople about it too, because they asked, "Are you going to do gun control jokes?" I'm like, "No, that's not your problem."
Yeah, like
So-
my idea of gun control is hold it.
Yeah,
Like both hands. You know? I don't know. It's probably a bumper sticker I read somewhere. I don't know.
but it was because in that bar they were bringing guns in, and all they had to do is sign a paper. The bartender's like, "Here, do you have a
Yeah.
gun?" Yeah, like sign this. That's it. Simple as that. Because they have a shootout, then they got
They know who has
yeah.
got guns.
So
But that's the thing is everyone like too many people got guns.
Yeah.
Nobody really wants to start shit.
Yeah.
no, yeah,
You know.
I mean, if people were really, with all the guns in America, if people were really going to shoot each other, real life would be like a Hong
wars.
Kong action flick. You
Yeah.
know, it would just be G.I. Joe. Like people would just be shooting bullets. You'd be dodging bullets. You really would be dodging like 50 bullets a day.
yeah, because no one
Until
has
your
good
head
aim.
finally got one.
Well, you know what's crazy? I think did we talk about it last week? Remind me, is because when we talk about it, like this new guy, you were just hipping us to the fact
Yeah.
that he's mixed. The new the
The
school
new
shooter.
the shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not a
yeah,
white
yeah,
dude.
yeah. We
He's
didn't
not a
talk
white
about it
dude.
as much yet.
No,
last-
not just him though. Remember the guy who did the church shooting?
the church shooting.
He was
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Racist guy. He's
Yeah,
so
with all the
hardcore
Confederate
racist.
flag stuff.
You know
Yeah.
what it turned out? Why he did the shooting?
Why?
Because he wasn't allowed to see his baby, and it was associated with the church. Not that the church was keeping the baby from him,
Yeah.
but he had no rights to see his baby. He lost his mind, went in the church and shot everyone. He knew them, but why? Because the baby was half black.
yeah.
So this hardcore racist, hardcore agenda, hate black people motherfucker had a mixed baby that he was flipped out not being able to see.
Yeah.
So he didn't flip out that the black woman he was with that he impregnated had a black baby and just wanted to kill everyone because of it. He knew it was going to be half black. He flipped out because he couldn't see his kid. Now, was he a wacko? Probably. Was he out of his fucking mind? Yeah. Did he
Yeah.
have the
Well,
Confederate flags? Probably.
But
In the
also,
South.
just because he had like a black girlfriend doesn't mean he couldn't be systematically racist.
Totally, but his black
You know?
friend, who he always
Yeah.
talked to,
Yeah.
also
Yeah,
kind of disputes that. And what I'm saying is, was he ignorant?
Oh,
probably. Did he say ignorant things?
Did he
"Look,
say
you
that
know-"
word? Yes,
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
time.
Did he say that? Did he say stupid things and tell stupid jokes? Probably. I
Yeah.
don't know for sure. What I do know is that the media and the government kept it very low key that this was over his black child.
Yeah.
And made this a thing to get rid of the Confederate flag and divide people even further.
Well,
oh, go ahead.
oh, again, back at this bar. I mean, this bar had a variety of different people in there. Even on the show, we had one black comic. They even
Yeah.
made a joke, like, we brought a black person to your town because it's mainly Mexican and white. And he didn't mind. There was Confederate flags in this bar.
Oh, yeah.
And he brought it up because no other comic brought it up. And this is the very beginning of the show. And I asked him, like, "Then good job bringing that up. It was a pretty funny joke." He's like, "Dude, it's not that big of a deal." It's like, it's only you go to the big
Yeah.
cities, they feel like
Yeah.
they're offended.
Nobody
if you
else
go
cares.
anywhere else in the country,
They
no
don't
one gives a
care.
shit.
Yeah, that's what people don't get, though. In all these other parts of America are good people. It's that the little douchebags leave those communities because they're like, yeah, they don't get me. They called me names because I'm different. So I'm going to go and
Everyone
spread
in
all these
Hollywood.
rumors about
Everyone,
them.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell jokes about how stupid the people of town I came from. I'm gonna even continue, nothing personal, Johnny, but the white privilege thing.
Hold on. Yeah.
You know, because it drives me crazy. Because
Yeah.
I've never lived in white. privilege.
Here's let me do it real quick. I think I can do this one real quick.
What is
but
white privilege?
let's
Go ahead.
let me just. So like when I was growing up, it was really shitty because like in our 10-bedroom house, I'd get really alone because my parents both worked at their like $1 million jobs all the time, and my nanny, she was cool and all, but she wouldn't let me smoke pot till I was 14.
Don't talk like
and-
that, please.
Well, no, but you know what though?
Sorry,
Is-
I've
is
just
that
heard it a
any
few
different?
times 'cause
Is that
my
any
standards are
different?
really low.
Is that any different than
When they
Dre
have nice
talking like a
asses.
gangster and talking about gangster life when he grew up in Ladera Heights?
Yeah.
It's no different. That's his privilege. He grew up privileged, and he's pretending like his life was way rougher than it really
Yeah.
was. And even in the movie, that's why I said if you have seen the movie, and I did, someone had a bootleg, and so I watched the
Nice.
movie.
The way that
and
movie's
it's
supposed
the
to be
only way
seen.
I'll watch
I
it.
mean, really.
And
Compton
you know, but
film?
so I watched it, and see the
Straight
thing
up.
is, what they leave out in all this movie is like, okay, they show Ice Cube going to school on a bus. They don't mention that he's going to Woodland Hills.
Yeah.
Okay,
hell
for
of a
high
ride.
school. They show Dre and his mom slapping him because he's acting like an idiot, and she worked her ass off to get them to Ladera Heights. But they don't mention it's Ladera Heights.
Yeah.
And they don't mention he's not in Compton. They don't mention he's not even in Crenshaw. You know, and so
Or
things
that
like
he had a rad little B210.
You know, I mean,
You
but,
know,
you know,
I mean, seriously, it
But
was
they
the
don't
thing I
mention
liked about
shit,
that
yeah.
movie. I was like, that B210,
well,
that car was the
he was
shit.
a brilliant. He's a brilliant businessman. That's all.
He was in downtown. He was like close to me the other day. I had one of my customers came in. They were telling me, "Guess who I just saw, dude? Seriously." I'm like, "Who?" They're like, Dr. Dre. I'm like, "Shut up, you did not." And
Yeah, he's
"No,
always
really."
around. He would come to the comedy store now and
I
again.
just want to be close to him
Yeah.
so that some of his fucking
No,
incredible
it's evil.
luck.
It's
can-
horrible evil.
I'll
though.
take his evil
The
for $4 billion.
Not me. Not me. No, you know why? You know why? There ain't enough money in this world can replace my kid.
That's true.
If
but I don't
my
have
life,
kids.
if my life and my lifestyle and everything else helped to introduce my kids into drugs and all that shit, and one of them died, there ain't enough money in the world to make it okay. And so, no, I wouldn't take it. And I'll tell you this though: is what I'm saying is, too many people, I go back to, none of them are cool because the cool people ain't around. And that's what I'm trying to say is like we are being led by the worst possible people, the most motivated, selfish, egotistical, narcissistic people.
Yeah.
Even the nerd comics, even the theater, all these different people, they are leading us to fit into their lives. Whereas before, it was more about fitting not into the norm. It was about being a certain way in respect, in appreciating others' differences, and we were heading toward that. We've gone past that into ridiculousness where everybody's, like I said, everyone wants freedom for them, not everyone else.
Well, you want your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, I want to
That's
be able to say what I want to say, and I just don't want others to.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
it's the whole. Well, no one can agree on anything. There's no more middle ground.
No, there's
So-
no consensus on anything because they've divided us so perfectly. They've literally torn us apart as human beings, then Americans. They've torn us so deeply that we have no consensus anymore, even though we really do. We do have the largest group in this country, which is this just mass of people of every color. We do have a consensus on how we want to live.
Yeah.
And what we want made available and things like that. It's just that they keep them divided by race. So they think the same way as them, but they keep them away from each other until you guys hate each other.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. And so, and funny enough, in this whole thing, again, the people who, as a majority, suffer because of this are black people. Directly black people. Because when it really comes down, when they separate all these things, well, Latin people you see everywhere. Healthy eating, eat better. We get Spanish everywhere on how to get on EBT, how to get CalFresh, how to do everything, free schooling, free everything.
It's true.
But for black people, it's very limited. They might have
Yeah.
a few things like, yo, man, you want to get to trade school? You want us to do something where you's fixing things? You sick of being in the hood, banging, clanging, slanging cane? Oh, shit. Well, check this out. Come to University of 3rd Street. Okay, yo, you going to leave with a certificate. Bam. And, nobody with any sense wants to go do that.
What's up with all the impersonations with you guys?
We've been doing a lot of stuff, yeah.
I
Yeah.
was just thinking. I'm like, wow, it's the impersonation show.
Well,
Like,
but that,
what's the topic?
But
The
that is the
impersonation
thing,
show.
though. That they really are going after, in the worst possible way, and they're offering the worst possible certificates and shit like that.
Yeah.
They're not hipping them to things. They're like, yeah, go ahead and do welfare fraud, but we're not going to just hip you on how to do it right.
Well, and then
You
certain
know.
communities are so good at it. I'm not gonna name any communities in LA, but man, there's some. My friend, bro,
My friend.
Glendale.
bro, come on.
Glendale.
Hey,
That's what you're saying.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, my-
Anyway,
my
oh,
But you know what it is, though? Because as a community, they let each other know how
Yeah.
to do it. And so, but society has truly created a black community that feels like if I tell my neighbor, then I won't get it.
Yeah.
well, yeah, and then
it's all
well,
been created.
But you know what? It's like when I was in college, right? I did. I was on the same track with the pre-med students until we split, and
He means by taking Adderall. Go on.
well, yeah, no, man, come on, we college. You don't even know Heisenberg. No, when I was in college,
Yeah.
though, the Asian students and the Indian students, the Asian Indian students,
Indian with a dot, right?
Asian.
Yeah.
We just call
Yeah,
it all
not-
Asia.
not Indian
since
with a
it's all
bottle.
Asia,
Not the feather,
you know.
Not with a bottle.
From the
Yeah, not
Indian
drunk,
subcontinent.
Not the drunk.
You know.
Not the reservation.
But
Indian, not the
they
gambler.
they all had the little cheating scheme for all the tough classes. You
Yeah.
know, like quantitative analysis, like they had it down. Like someone's older, you know, there's through the network of it, and they share along with
yeah.
each other. And they knew exactly what was going to be on the test. You memorize what was on the test.
You pass it.
You know, you pass it. And it's so funny how, like,
Communities work together.
yeah, communities do.
But that's the problem is they've made sure that the black community, because once the black community jumps on board with everybody else in a sense, once they realize that nobody isn't accepting them, that nobody has a problem with them really as a whole. Yes, there's racists out there that do not like black people particularly, tons of them. But in the scheme of 7 billion or even 600 million here,
Yeah.
whatever it is, you know, there's a very small amount
Yeah.
of people who feel really that way. And so when they jump on board, then we just become people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the one piece of the puzzle they keep out. You know, like with Latins came here like, hey, gung-ho, we're American. Now I get it. Now there's brown pride. They're like, oh, fuck America, you took it from us, and da-da-da, yes.
Yeah.
Totally. Not like, you know, how you put a wall between you and Guatemala. Not like how you took your fucking land from Indians, and the Spanish came
Spanish
through and
just raped your Indians,
you know.
and that's what you want.
Yeah, I mean, let's stop pretending that people didn't do this constantly. But the thing is, prior to that, though, they came over gung-ho American hats, flags, everything, and assimilated because they were allowed to.
Mm-hmm.
Black people have been kept from, and then now they've created, through it, a feeling in their community that they can't just be.
Well, yeah, they've been it's been there's defeat has been taught, and it's like you talk about so like the Asian community, you have your friend's older brother or your friend's older sister or your older cousin or whatever to help you out because they took a advanced calculus course. They took a chemistry course. They took a physics course, a biology course. So they have notes. They have that. Whereas in the black community, you still, and it's, serious, you have friends who are what? Like, who are your well-connected friends?
Well, that's the
You
thing.
know, in
and
the
are
black
they helping
community.
each other?
Well, yeah, but who are your well-connected friends? What are they going to help you in?
Well, and
Besides
then,
working, because the modern,
Well, no,
yuppie
wait.
black community has bought into the corporate lifestyle.
Well, and the fraternity, and see what people
Yeah.
don't understand is there's a huge syndicate, so to speak, or like group that of black people that are connected. There's just like with the Masons, they have their own group. It's the
This is
North
like
Star, the Black
probably-
Star. It's like North Star of something or whatever, but it's an
Yeah.
all black like Masons group. And yes, they're all connected, and they're in Jay-Z and all them are all helping people they know.
Yeah.
They're not helping the black community. They're
No.
helping the people they are connected with that happen to be black. Again, that's what people don't get about
Bubba
white
Sparks
privilege.
and Eminem still
but that's-
happen too,
but
you know.
what I'm saying though is, what I'm saying though is that what people don't understand is there's no privilege. It's simply like within the white communities, you have white people who are fraternalized,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and they help each other, just like black people are fraternalized.
Yeah.
But they don't help the rest of us. They're not helping us. They're helping people they're connected to.
Yeah.
Just like with the black people in that same type of thing, they're helping black people they are connected to. They are not worried about the people who have nobody. They still fall.
Yeah.
They still go to jail. They still don't graduate. They still don't get a good education.
Yeah.
And that, Will Smith's kids will be connected. They'll connect with Jay-Z's
Yeah.
kids. Everybody will chit-chat, a which has been going on all the way back to Cosby, all the way back before him to Sidney Poitier, to all these people that were connected. And they got so-and-so who is connected. And so that's what people don't understand. The privilege just comes from the fraternalization.
Yeah.
If you're part of that, you have a privilege in life because you have people to connect to throughout the country or even the world sometimes that can help you in certain situations, like the guy who has a DA in his pocket, so to speak, like a family member who's a DA. All of a sudden, he can get out of jail anywhere. You have a guy who has this, a girl has this, and then they can get this, and this. That's their privilege because of their fraternalization connection.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's no privilege. Nobody's helping each other really based on color.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And once we realize that, then the rest of us can stop following these idiots, stop watching Wendy, stop listening to Will Smith. Now, if you're going to go to the Will Smith reunion thing with DJ Jazzy Jeff, kill yourself. Like, it's pathetic, man. The guy is so beyond doing that. Yeah, I mean, it's like, but that's the thing. And
Good tune.
so they keep going, and they keep going.
Mm-hmm.
and it becomes limited room for any new creative talents to come up.
Oh, because that's
Well, like Will Smith. Did you guys see the Karate Kid with his kid?
No.
no.
Okay, good. Because I figure like no one of our generation could probably stand it. Like, especially if you're a Karate Kid nerd. Like, I love the Karate Kid as a movie.
Yeah.
You know. So when they remade it, I was just like, but Jaden Smith, like, I hate him so much.
Well, my thing
You
is
know?
simply I always say this,
He's a
thank
robot.
God though, but
He's-
thank God Will Smith had a black kid that age, because there's a shortage of young black
Yes.
men who could use a life-changing part like that. And so thank God, because I'm sure he went around.
Who
to
maybe were actual
probably
martial artists.
Yeah,
would have
and he
been
probably
more
went to poor communities where they
stuntmen.
had the martial art places, trying to find someone. Hey
Yeah.
guys, does anyone want to make a cool meal? And everyone was like, "Fuck you, we're gonna hang here. Get your son." And he's like, "I don't want to do that. That's a horrible thing to do. If I give this to my son who's already set for life, I would be a piece of shit, and I would directly be shitting on my own quote unquote community, because I'm taking such a life-changing gig
Yeah.
away
Will.
from any kid who could use it, and I'm giving it to my kid who already is set for life." And they went, "No, Will, you have to do it. You have nobody." And he's like, "Fine, my son can do it, I guess, against my better
Yeah.
judgment." No, he's a fucking scumbag like everyone else. He gave his kids parts in his movies.
Wait, isn't he a Scientologist also?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
those
so
kids are
he's-
whacked
We're
out
not
of their
getting
mind.
into that guy.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
We're not gonna get into it tonight.
Oh no.
Why
I don't
not?
even know about
No,
that shit.
It's all.
I don't know much about
you a
it.
It's
Scientologist?
more Cthulhu,
Are
I
you a
think.
Scientologist?
No,
Okay.
God no.
God no.
No.
You're
No.
Jewish. That's right.
I'm Jewish and apparently Catholic, radical Catholic.
A radical Catholic.
Judaism is the
and,
religion, by the way.
Whatever.
A radical
else.
Catholic.
Yeah, something else. I don't know. No, I believe in Cthulhu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fully,
Yeah.
solidly in that camp.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't believe in America's God. So
No.
America's version of God.
Oh, I don't like
Well, it's
him.
also everyone's version.
Well,
is
even
some,
if I believed in him,
Well,
I
it's
wouldn't really
perverted.
like him. You know?
it's some perverted, blown up version of what really is.
Yeah.
Well, it's a product now, so
Yeah.
that's all it is. Because again, it was slapped down in the 50s, and that's what you have to believe in. It's on our currency, but it wasn't on a currency until after World War II.
Well, but it's just to control. I mean, it's really merely about the control. I was looking up last week. I ended up looking up this thing about like the salaries or the net worth of the top 10 television pastors,
Yeah.
television ministers.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Not
And
Jesus.
this, you got to remember, the whole thing is that they don't need to have any money.
Yeah.
They have hundreds of millions of dollars in their churches.
Yeah.
And if you have $150 million of personal wealth stashed away, that's a tenth of
Yeah.
what the church doesn't have to declare at all.
Oh, yeah.
Because they don't even have to go over the total assets, any
No,
of that
none of
inventory. They just, it's the house of God, man. Leave us alone.
Yeah.
By the way, we're becoming a church tomorrow.
Right? I mean,
Seriously.
it's the
Wait,
biggest scam
This
ever.
is officially the Church of Burger.
It's
We're
the
doing Church of
biggest-
Burger. We're making it
Yeah.
happen.
Church Burger.
I think we do it. We are
Yeah.
the three Jesuses.
We are.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Three
Look
different
at us.
versions of
We-
Jesus.
40-year-old
Yeah.
midlife crisis.
Well, you're
Jesus.
the true Jesus because you're
Well,
you're
Jewish,
Jewish.
King
but-
Jehovah.
But we got the Valley Jesus. What did we say was Johnny? Who's the hippie Jesus?
The hippie Jesus
Yeah.
from downtown.
And then I'm just white Jesus.
Yeah.
White Jesus.
I'm
Because-
hipster Jesus.
But I mean, if you look at my hair, it's the flaxen red.
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
But it's like the whole thing. I have light eyes, and it's that thing with Johnny's got light eyes. You got the darker eyes with the wavy hair.
Yeah, I
so
got
we're,
the-
we're possibly all the different
well,
possibilities.
no
of
shit.
Jesus.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a running joke in my family where like my dad had the Caravello or whatever picture of like the white Jesus.
Yeah.
And he used to carry that around in his wallet as a photo of me, like on the other side of a
That's
photo,
funny.
and be like, "Here's my son."
That's funny.
And, yeah.
No,
it was-
it's you know what it
it's-
is, like Jesus, the whole thing about it. That's what I say is we just need to stop following anyone.
Yeah.
Like I want people to watch the show.
Mhm.
I want them to, if they agree, kind of figure out why we connect. If they disagree, even tell us, whatever it be. But I don't want people to follow blindly.
Yeah.
You know, like Joe Rogan, who is a great talent, has blind followers. Some of them haven't even heard his shit. They just
Yeah.
follow him because other people do.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I want people that really are interested in changing things and making the world better
Yeah.
to
No.
be involved, you know?
It's kind of ironic though, because Jesus did say the "follow me" thing. So
Did Jesus ever
Well,
say that?
yeah, like
that's my whole argument.
well,
That was
no,
been my
but
argument
no,
ever
there's
said that.
there's a whole like
I don't know that Jesus ever said, follow me.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
He said, listen to my words.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
follow.
Jesus.
I'm here to
Jesus has
tell
been
you.
rewritten so many times
Yeah.
that we don't even know.
well,
what he
there's
said.
so many different things, but no, I don't.
The
I was
first
gonna
actor
say
who
also
played-
though, but
the first. Yeah.
well, I was gonna say that both. I think the answer to that is both of them. He both said it and he didn't say it. It
But
doesn't
I mean,
really
people
matter.
Followed him.
Yeah,
In a
it's
sense.
I think he's just a story. I don't think he's
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
real. So it's a story just to follow. I mean, that
Well,
was
there's similar stories
we're
throughout the world of different Jesuses, different Noahs.
Yeah.
You know, Noah, the story
all
of
the
Noah
same.
is being told throughout the world, but it took place by them.
yeah.
So
It's-
there
it's-
were.
it's
it
all-
wasn't just one Noah. It could have been, you know, like I say, we can go back to the fact that it could have just been an alien going, "Hey, dude, look, we're gonna wipe shit out.
Yeah.
You're not a bad dude. Get dead two of everything."
well,
you
and
know?
that's the scary thing though, is really like, yeah, people say, well, Christianity is not dangerous, but intellectually, it's fully dangerous because they are preaching that idea that the Earth is 6,000 years old, and you're supposed to accept that.
Right,
Like,
well-
we're in the age of miracles, and
I know. Are they really preaching that?
There
that
there
God
is a
made the Earth
significant
6,000 years
yeah,
ago?
man. There's
They-
a
they're-
significant chunk of people, like 12% of Americans are like avid young Earth creationists, as they call it, and that's a pretty big chunk of
I mean,
Americans.
it's one
who-
thing to say that life is 6,000, even though we know it isn't.
No, the Earth, the universe,
that's
everything. Like on the
insane.
first day, God created everything. Say 5,749 years ago, or whatever. I don't know what.
Wow, that's wicked.
For Jewish guys, we sure don't know about Rosh Hashanah or anything.
Well, the thing is that when I was in
okay.
Well, no, with the Jewish New Year. I mean, with
Yeah.
the Jewish years, though, that's different. That
Well,
goes from
The temple.
the creation of of Judaism and all
Yeah.
that, and the Jewish race itself is that many years. I don't believe that the Jewish religion in any way is saying that the Earth is 5,000 years old.
No, not well.
But-
They have their version of.
But
Of the-
but yeah, if the Bible is saying the Earth, I mean that's just stupid.
Well,
I haven't read it in a
So
long time.
when I used to take a CCD class growing up, I went to church every Sunday. My mom took us, and my dad didn't want to go. My dad went to Catholic school, got beaten by nuns
yeah,
and the
he
priest.
did she did his time.
Yeah, he's like, fuck this shit. And he's like, I don't want my kids to go through this.
Yeah.
And so we went to public school. But my mom took us to like, you know, like a once a week church class, whatever,
Yeah.
you know, after
Like a
school.
Sunday school type of thing.
Yeah, but it's like in the middle of the week. And I was in middle school or something like that. And I just asked about, you know, these are stories. Do we know these stories are real? I'm like, yeah, it's real. It's right in the book, Ryan. I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah, it
They're
didn't sound right.
stories. And so they're like, no, Noah's real. Adam and Eve is real. Like, it's just,
But we know Adam and Eve can't be real.
we know that, but they don't want.
I mean,
It's
scientifically,
weird.
Well,
we
that's
know.
I was saying, and that's the theme
But even
for me now.
science is a joke.
But well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it
They
it
just
depends.
disproved a whole thing about
Well, but
time.
that's the whole thing is the real scientist doesn't hold faith in anything
Yeah.
except for his own perception.
Yes.
And that's what real scientists. This idea that there's like these scientific zealots. No, those are like science fans.
Yes.
Those are people who don't know science. They just like to read articles on I fucking love science.
Well,
They're,
yeah,
like,
they
they've
wanna
never
know
done.
things.
They don't do water treatment all day long. They
Yeah.
don't build rockets. They don't. This, you know, those guys are a
Yeah.
whole nother
Terrorists.
breed.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
They're
Well, I mean, that's the thing, and it's like
fake.
you know, but like like you said, a real scientist realizes that their only real proof is perception, knowledge, and tangible evidence, and then even that is only true for the moment.
Yeah.
yeah,
It
yeah.
will be none true soon after.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and that's-
you can know the momentum or you can know the position, but you can't know both.
No.
you know.
But that's the thing. Everyone's brainwashed in a certain way of their beliefs, and there's no fact. And I don't know. That's what makes this country so divided now. That I hear people talk about. You know, it's just like one God, one nation. It's not 7 gods, and one nation. I'm like, it's always been like 1,400 different gods in one nation. That's
Yeah,
always
really.
been there. The Quakers think of weird shit.
Oh yeah.
Everyone
Well, it's
does.
been going on forever.
Yeah, but people are just so brainwashed, feeling like it's just the founding fathers thought of this kind of thing. They built this Christianity, Christmas.
Well, no, I don't.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing with
Coca-Cola,
Christmas
Santa
being
Claus,
made up.
bullshit.
Well, no, I
Yeah.
disagree. Like, I don't think it was the founding fathers who did this. I think
No,
it was,
it's not. That's what they think, though.
No, yeah, they
Yeah, it
think
goes
that,
so
but
much further back.
but it goes well. It really like the modern thing goes back to like the advent of media itself, and when they really begin to shape the idea of what you should be as an American.
Oh, it's
and
all
American
Rockwell
pride and
bullshit. And
that.
it's right after World War II. We had to show the Russians that we're one nation.
Yeah.
And we all believed the same thing. We had picket fence and homes, and the dads worked, and the
Yeah.
moms stayed home and cooked gelatin weird dishes.
Well,
That's-
it's the
that's-
golden. It's like in Germany before World War II.
Yeah.
There was that golden period before the war.
Yeah.
Where everyone was happy. You know, they're quietly rounding up everyone they didn't like, but everyone else was
It was happy. It was a product.
And it was the greatest country in the world.
Yeah.
Greatest new government ever. You know, we can never be wrong. We're always right. And don't look over in Syria or Iraq or Afghanistan or wherever the hell else we're occupying. But it's, to call it anything but like a fascist regime
Yeah.
very much like the Nazis,
Well,
but
that's
with
what
a
people
whole
don't
different
understand.
face. It's just friendly fascism now. That's
People
what
don't
we're
understand
dealing
that,
with.
though, that we've been in a crazy way. We've been doing that forever.
Yeah, I mean, we are the greatest nation. No, we're not. We're
Well, that's the thing. We're barely even a real nation, in the fact that we're England's puppets.
we're still
Well,
England's puppets.
we're and then we're
always
Rome's
been,
puppets
yeah.
too.
We're the
Yeah.
world's puppets. And
Luxembourg
after
and-
World
But
War
we've
II, we
always
brought the United Nations to our country. We are the country's puppet.
Yeah.
We're proving nothing to the world right now.
No.
We're bringing terrorists to New York every day to meet up and chat about how can we stop such and such,
Yeah.
and nothing gets done. It's fucking stupid.
Well, and people don't understand that, and things will not change, and they don't change because nobody realizes that there's just a whole. It's not a plan; it's just a bunch of people's plans, and we're just being swished around in their plans constantly back and forth. And until we just say, "Nah, you know what? Fuck all this. We don't need you telling us anything. We don't need you doing anything anymore. We don't need you in our life. We don't need child protective services. We don't need, welfare. We don't need all this shit in our life. We need to start taking care of ourselves. We need to be able to grow food. We need to be able to have a home and sell whatever product right there in the fucking front yard if we want.
Yeah.
We need to be able to create our own lives and our own business. Yes, we need a government to make sure that nobody is enslaving children, enslaving people, taking advantage of people through labor or things like that.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, if you don't want to be a corporation and you don't want to be a business, an actual business, you should not fall up under any of those taxes or anything, and you can run anything out of your house within the realms of, non-toxic, things like that, doing house business where stuff you can grow, stuff you can make.
Yeah.
And we've gone away from that. At the same time, we're completely engulfed in it in the cities and in the suburban areas now, where carts, people set in makeshift food places, things like that without any permits are everywhere, yet we can't do it. You see what I'm saying? We can't really do it, but everyone does.
Well, no,
Yeah.
they'll say you can't do it, but you can fucking do it.
But people who,
Yeah, if you
but
believe
you got to,
you
but you
can
got
do
to
it.
low level it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
low
so,
level, yeah.
And so the regular Joe Schmo can't do it. So
Hmm.
you're just keeping regular
Sorry,
people
no, man,
out.
they won't do it. This is where I disagree. Like they're not.
They don't wanna
it's
get
not that
caught.
They can't do it. They won't.
They don't want to
They
get
don't
caught.
have the balls.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to get caught. And why?
Yeah, I
why
mean-
should they have to? That's what I'm saying. Is like, unless I want to be a part of, unless the city itself helps my business,
No,
I
they
shouldn't
hinder.
have to pay taxes or anything. So if I have a hot dog cart, I should be able to have a hot dog cart without paying the city taxes because they're not doing nothing for me.
Not only that, man. No, when you with the hot dog cart, it used to be that as long as you had an address at a commissary, you could get it. Now they actually are making them do inspections.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so they're wasting time inspecting. And a hot
yeah.
dog cart is not that.
And they're
big of a
adding
thing.
expenses so that they're going to give you shittier stuff.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
like I know, like it takes them 6-7 months to get to a brand new
Mhm.
business. You know, if they even make it
Oh yeah,
there.
Yeah.
And,
You
and the
know?
thing is, most of these hot dog carts are doing it illegally anyway now.
Yeah.
because they've made it too hard. And so as they continue to make it hard, as they continue to make it so we can't just live like human beings and do our thing and spread out, and we should be able to get a piece of land and build on it. Everybody should be entitled to a certain piece of land, and all you got to do is petition for it.
Yeah, but if you have a real idiot living right next door to you,
Yeah.
you may not want him building his shit right next door to you.
Well, no, what I'm saying though is,
'cause-
like there's land out there.
yeah,
There's
We should
tons.
be able to say,
Arizona.
look,
Well,
I want this piece of
storytelling that.
land, and and whatever, and each person being entitled, or each family being entitled to a piece of land where they can build on. You know, you're still subject to federal laws, and that's the thing. You're still subject to all the federal laws. It's just that the government is no longer keeping land from us, is no longer keeping stuff from us, and we're able to go, say, cut down a couple trees ourselves
Yeah.
and build some things. We're able to, do different things like that, do our own plumbing, do our own things. If we can do them, you still fall under federal regulations.
Well, I keep bringing this up because it's Arizona, you're in the middle of nowhere. Town is 1,400 people. This one guy owned like at least about a third of the town.
Yeah.
And he gave away some of the buildings. So the place that me and Furberg stayed in was an old hotel, abandoned, turned into a brothel, I guess,
Yeah.
at one point. And then it turned into like an artist's commune.
Okay.
And so all these artists are living in this old hotel.
so it changed its name from brothel to artist commune,
Yeah.
more likely.
Basically,
right?
Yeah.
Same thing still.
Yeah.
And we went in there, and I mean, the place is like dilapidated. Like, it was gonna fall
Yeah.
apart.
Yeah.
But it was like, it's a free place to stay. And we're just asking, like, how do you guys live in this? And it's like, well, we get our own water, we get our own electricity.
Yeah.
They're not paying at all.
No.
The guy that bought the building gave
Doesn't
it to
care,
them.
yeah,
They're
do it.
squatting in
Yeah, he gave it to them. He doesn't
Miami,
get-
Arizona.
Miami, Arizona.
Man.
1,400 people.
But see,
that
people
sounds
don't
like
get
a horror film.
But people don't get that those
Still.
places exist all over.
They're
where people
all
are